Peace, Vandals and Vandalettes. It's the Guard Mathematics, and you're now listening to the Vandal Hour, Season 7, live on S.STREET Media. Yes, we are back. We haven't been popping a little while, but yes, we are back. If you want to check out any of the old episodes, you could go to www.sstreetmedia.net or www.sstreetmedia.info. You can check them out on Spotify, Anchor.fm, and also when we upload it to YouTube. So make sure you check out all our platforms that we are popping on. Also check us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and any other social media platform. Well, today, matter of fact, before I get into who we have today, let me give a shout out to everybody who paved the way before myself to be here. Brat, Giggles, Greaseboard, J-Lo, Mathematics, Facts on Wax, Eastern Natural, June 457, Sosa, Dre Kill Films, the Bring That Back Dude, DJ Quest, Mr. 13, Buyer 3, Reps, Guest, DJ Swift, DJ EA, Darwin Queens, and all the others. I always got to shout out all the Vandal Hour guards and goddesses that came before me and paved the way. Shout out to my business partner, Sosa, who's holding it down. Also, today or this evening, we have a dope as guest again, returning back to the Vandal Hour. You know him for doing a lot of fly burners, killing shit, real colorful type stuff, really executed correctly. It is my pleasure and the Vandal Hour's pleasure to introduce to y'all Blame. Peace to the God. How you doing?
Peace, God. Peace, God. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Yo, man, it's been a while since you was on the Vandal Hour. That episode, I forgot the science behind it, but I'm glad I got you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. That episode happened. I guess the timing was a bit off, and there was some things that occurred in my personal life that stopped it from going into fruition the way it should have. But I'm back, and we're here, baby. We're here. I'm happy to be here.
Yo, I'm gonna say this. It's always positive energy when we building. Your story is a real story. When I pre-interview you the first time, you have a story of coming from the hells of prison back to the streets to really ignite himself and state your claim in this GRAFF world. So I respect it. I'm a person who was like that myself also. So I really connect to that part of your story. The fact that, you turn nothing to something and now you back doing your thing the right way. So it's always a positive energy when I connect with you.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, that's definitely a vital piece of information in my story. Just coming from the gutters and the prison hallways and prison cells and being so in tune with that life to finally putting it behind me and diving head first into the GRAFF game and really making my mark out here in New York. That was definitely my goal, to just leave all the gang shit and drug dealing behind me and leave that life behind me so I could just raise my kids and really do what I love, and which is GRAFF. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to take GRAFF serious, but I always had a few OGs telling me, yo, Blame, you nice, yo, why don't you just take this shit serious? Why don't you paint more? Why don't you paint more? I'm like, man, listen, I got this pack in my pocket, man. I got to finish this and then I'll meet y'all niggas at the war, you feel me? Until I get rid of this pack is over. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you, man, the fact that when you was in prison, because you did some, a lot of time, was you practicing in there? Was you since you had more time to yourself and not be on the streets, was you in there doing the artistic thing a little bit?
God, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. like my first couple of years in prison, I was in a very dark place, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was in a very dark place. You know what I'm saying? I was putting in pain in the yards, and anybody that know me could verify this. You know, I even had a warden do an entire town hall meeting because of the shit I was doing in that jail. But they just didn't know it was me because I always had a mask on. But she called the entire town hall meeting, unit by unit, into the gym to let everybody know that whoever's causing these acts of violence, they gonna find them and they gonna get handled. She was talking about me and she didn't even realize it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I was in a very, very dark place at one point where I didn't want to draw. I didn't want to know nothing about graffiti. My bitch left me. I was missing my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just in a dark place. But I could definitely say that, like, after a while, once I, like, once I became, like, you know, I said to myself, you know, this is my situation. This is gonna be my situation for the next 9 to 8 years, 8 to 9 years. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really have to control this beast within me some way, somehow. I have to find an outlet that's gonna help me, you know, is gonna help me suppress this animal that I want to release. So you know, I got with my man Ace and a few of my guys, my man Rick from Queens and my man Nutty from Jersey. I got with them and I got you know I was working out with them. I got into the exercising and working out and trying to stay clear of drama, you know what I'm saying, and try to stay focused on doing my bid and getting home. You know
Puts
what I'm
it.
saying?
You had to put yourself on in a routine. That's what I had to do. You had to like get your own situation that's gonna work for you to get through this bid.
Exactly. So, you know, when I really, really started getting back into graffiti, it was really like in the last 2 years of my bid. Like the last 2 years of my bid, I was in the spot where it was like I was in the Fed, so I was jumping from jail to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
would turn it up in one spot and all get transferred. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
True
know what I
indeed.
mean? Like the whole squad get kicked out to different jails. We turn it up in another spot, get transferred. Get a shot here, get transferred. You know what I'm saying? Like I got caught with a cell phone, I got transferred. You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
So I'm on. So I'm in there moving and grooving. I'm doing me. But I had got transferred to a medium out in PA, and that's where you know what I'm saying. That's where I did like the last couple of years of my bid, and it was a smooth spot. So in that spot, I didn't really have to. I could tame the beast a lot better because it wasn't a spot where I had to always be on my toes and constantly be aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And the compound wasn't that type of compound. You
That's.
know what I'm saying?
I want you to explain that for the people who may not know. When you said it's a smooth spot, what's a smooth spot?
A smooth spot is like not that much violence and politics. It's like everything is going smooth. People are happy to be in that jail because it's that type of spot. Like there's a lot of programs there in that jail. There's a lot of opportunities in that jail, and it's close to the East Coast. So a lot of New York bros and Philly bros and Jersey bros getting a lot of visits there. You know what I'm saying? So people not trying to fuck that up. So
Facts.
people are kind of like walking a straight line in that prison, and whenever you know shit clashes between gangs or different cars. When I say cars, I mean like you know you got the white boy car, you got the Dominican car, you got the you
I
got the
got you. I got
you
you.
feel me, like different ethnicities. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
yes, sure indeed.
Niggas talk it out more. You know what I'm saying? Versus like crashing up in the yard and niggas is on some all out war shit. It's not like that there. You know what I'm saying? So it was a smooth spot. So I said, you know what? This is the first time like I actually ordered a black book from the leasing room. Like you go up to the leasing room, look in the book and order shit for arts and crafts. They got a book up there where you can order like markers and pencils and shit. And this was the first time that I actually sat down on some chill shit in the leisure room with my niggas. Boom, I'm looking through the book and I'm like, damn, I'm about to get me a fucking black book. You know what I'm saying?
Sure
Like I
did.
haven't drawn in a black book since I was a teenager. You
Sure
know what I
did.
mean? So I'm like, yo, I'm about to get me a fucking black book. And then I bought myself a black book. I bought some, you know what I'm saying, some color pencils.
They don't let you really get anything up there on like the real type of shit. So
They don't let you get like design markers and shit like that and Poscas and shit like that, but they do let you get like Crayola markers and color pencils and Prismacolor color pencils and stuff like that. And they let you get some good shit, you know what I'm saying? But
non-alcoholic markers.
right. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So they do let you get some like paint markers, but they can't have, you know, like the alcohol in it and all that. But you know what I'm saying? You find ways to get around doing shit. You know
Sure
how we in
did.
prison we find ways to do a lot of motherfucking things. You know what I mean? So you know that was the first time like 2 years to me to when I had like 2 years to the door. That's when I started sketching again. And pardon me, pardon me, brother.
No
That's when I
problem.
started sketching again and really diving into getting back into graffiti. Like I really started getting back into graffiti, and I had my peoples like sending me, you know what I mean, like pictures like on the internet. I'm like, yo, just send me some books, graph books and graph pictures. I want to see what they doing out there. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what graph is looking like out there. And that's when I started to turn my style up, you know.
How was them early sketches that you was doing coming out?
My early sketch, believe it or not, my early sketches was looking like my old shit. I'll be honest with you. Like when I first started, like when I first started sketching, my pieces were looking like I was so used to my hand. My hand was already used to going a certain way. You know what I mean? So
Got you.
whenever I put the pencil to the pad, my hand was already doing what it was used to doing, what was the old shit. You know what I mean? And I'm trying to add new flavor to on my old shit. So
Was it arrowed out?
nah, it wasn't really arrowed out. It
Okay.
wasn't really arrowed out. It was I had some it was a bit blocky. You know what I mean? It was a bit blocky, some curves on there. Not too many details. But I always whenever I finished one, I always it's funny because I'm a Latin King, so I had one of my Latin King bros, baby, and I had him, yo, baby, come look at this piece because he was into graph too. He's from the Bronx, so you know naturally he like, yo, let me see that, let me see what you did, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, baby, come peep this shit. He like, whenever he used to come, he used to be like, yeah, that's all right. And in my mind, I'm like, nigga, you don't even fucking do graph. What the fuck you mean it's all right? You know what I'm saying? So he like, it's all right. So I'm like, this nigga's probably just saying that to push me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, and to for me to go harder or whatever. I ain't sweating. But after like the third time that I showed him a piece, he was like, yo, Blame, look, let me tell you something, my nigga. Your pieces are hot. The colors are fire. But the letters is the same. Look at this B and look at that B. It's almost the same shit. Look at that M and look at these two M's. You almost did the same thing. You just changed the hook here, changed the changed the bar right there, but it's almost the same shit. So that's when I started to realize I'm like, damn, if this nigga right here that don't even fucking do graph could notice that and is pointed that out in my piece, I really need to start switching my shit up.
That's deep. That's deep. And for a person, um, who's not in the culture, to point that out, that's that's definitely from a naked eye. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
So I ain't gonna say no names, but I know some New York artists that been doing the same fucking piece for the past 20 years. You know
that's
what
a
I'm
fact.
saying? That it's just they should still look the same. Them niggas haven't evolved. Them niggas haven't do shit. Them niggas don't take no time out to sketch or nothing. They just got fat with fame, and they're like, fuck it, I'm fat with fame. I'm that nigga. Everybody knows me. Let me just come and do the same shit that I'm accustomed to doing. And that shit is not eye candy. That shit do not make other graffiti writers feel good.
Mm.
That shit is just like, the same shit. You already know what it's hitting for. If you seen one, you seen them all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I constantly in my brain, I'm like, I constantly gotta give the viewer new flavor. I might do my beat backwards one day, then come back and do the shit regular the next time. You know what I mean?
True
I
indeed.
might do a lowercase a one day, then I might come back and do a uppercase a the next time I do a piece. You feel me?
True indeed.
So it's like I definitely gotta continue to bring new flavor to the viewer because I don't want the viewer to say, I don't want the viewers to be like,
To get
well,
bored.
right, to get bored and get used to seeing the same shit. I
Oh,
constantly want to push the envelope and do different shit. Like, damn, that piece don't look nothing like the last one he did.
that's a fact. Put part himself. Like when you like, just think of a rapper, man. The rapper. Imagine a rapper doing the same type of song for every song. That should be disgusting. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That'd be disgusting. So I understand you constantly evolve your shit every time you're doing something.
And God, graffiti writers that do the same piece over and over again is disgusting. You know what I'm
I agree.
saying?
I agree. It
And,
gets
and
it
let me
gets it
tell you
gets
something.
it gets it gets it gets tired.
Since we from the Mecca of Graph, a lot of New York writers get comfortable in what they do. Like I'm from the Mecca of Graph. Who gives a fuck? Whatever we doing, everybody's watching. But it's not like that no more. Cause you got these Europeans that are doing fucking magical looking walls and looking like their pieces could come off the wall and run down the block. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you come to New York and we still doing sad little double outlines and bubbles.
Let's I want to bring you back though. Before you go there, I want to bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
You home now. You did
Right.
you did your bid, and now you home now. How do everything evolves with you graph wise? Not you was doing your thing inside prison, getting your game together. Now you home. How do you make that first expression to the walls when you first come home?
You know what's funny is that this is a funny story. I remember when I came home, um, before like I got into painting or whatever. Um, before I even came home, like I had gotten this book, this graffiti book that they sent me into the prison, and that my people sent me into the prison.
What's the book name?
The book is called The Exchange.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So, mind you, this book would be the reason why my style looks so aggressive and pumped up. You know what I'm saying? Like battle arrows, fucking weapons, extensions, chips, bits of arrows, small arrows, pointy arrows, fucking look like swords coming off my shit. You know what I mean? Like it really, really pumped up my style because when I got this book, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like, you know, what is they pack so much detail into the pieces. So I'm like, I'm looking through this book and I'm like, what is making these pieces look so crazy? And and as I'm studying the book, I'm like, they're putting all all of their all of their, you know what I mean, like ideas into one letter.
Mm. So one
And
let so basically one letter is a piece in itself.
in itself,
In itself.
one fucking letter is like packed with weapons, dogs. like packed with details, packed with weapons, packed with whatever it could get on it. And then they move on to the next letter and do the same thing with the next letter. So I'm like, yo, this is far beyond what anybody's doing in New York. I'm sorry.
Mm.
I'm sorry. Like these kids from LA and these kids from Texas or wherever the fuck they coming from, or South America, wherever they're from, is bringing a whole new flavor to the game. Now, in my mind, I'm like, damn, if I ever painted next to one of these dudes, nobody even look at my shit because I'm doing the same sad double outline with bubbles.
Mm.
Nobody would even look at my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because look how crazy these motherfuckers right here are putting that extra effort into their letters. You know what I'm saying? Into the letter structure. Like I'm not trying to shit on New York. I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I do, it's for New York. You know what I'm saying? It's for us to shine as a whole, not just me by myself. You know what I'm saying? When I do a piece and somebody say, yo, that shit is fire, I want motherfuckers to say in that same shit, yo, that kid is from New York. That kid is from New York, believe it or not. Even though his style don't look too New Yorkish, he's from New York. He's from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? I want them to say, that kid is from uptown.
Pardon
That
self.
kid is killing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Pardon self. They say the same thing with rap though, God. Every other place say that about New York. Rap wise, New York has a very used to have a very high standard, and became average, and that's what a lot of people say about New York when it comes to a lot of things, just not just GRAFF, that we become so cocky that we feel comfortable doing the same shit over and over like it's nothing, because we're the mecca, we're where it started, and
Right.
and some say that has stagnated us.
Exactly. Exactly. So you got all these New York GRAFF legends visiting these countries overseas, doing pieces with the locals, and you look at the pieces that the locals are doing, and then you see the New York piece, and you see that same New York piece that you see in the subway art, spray can art, graffiti fucking book that came out in New York fucking 2008. You know what I'm saying? Like you see that same piece with the same style over and over again. Then you look to the right and to the left of that piece, and these locals from these other countries are fucking shitting on that piece. With all the new effects that they're adding, with all the new techniques that they're adding, with all the fucking time that they're putting into their letter structure. Shit just don't look like New York anymore. Everybody used to emulate what we was doing. Then people woke up and started saying, yo, you know what? Why am I going to keep doing the same shit that they doing in New York? They already did that already for the past 25, 30 years.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of GRAFF writers started taking this shit into a different direction and really, really started killing shit. Now it's like New York, we like in the race, we like fifth or sixth in the race. Probably lower than that in the race, in the graffiti race. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying that, you know, generally speaking, there ain't no real race. But like compared to other countries, we lacking big time, bro. There's not a lot of artists out here in New York that's really, really pushing the envelope and doing new shit. But there is some, don't get me fucked up. There is some New York writers that I can name right off the
I
rip
want to
that are
ask you
doing
that.
hot pieces.
Who do you feel is pushing the envelope these days, God? Who you feel?
Me personally, I don't really like to name drop, my nigga. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay, understood.
I don't really like to name drop because I might mention a nigga that I like that I don't know, and when I meet him, he might be a dickhead, and then I'll regret naming him when I was on a Vandal album.
I understand that.
You feel me?
But can you tell me right now? When's the last time you did some work?
Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the dudes, like right off the top of my head, where I could niggas that I fuck with,
I'm
niggas
about to
that I
say that.
fuck.
Who you rocking with?
So right now, niggas that I can say that's really pushing the envelope and doing new shit, I would have to say my partner Mikey Pence. It's Pence from Slaughterhouse. He's definitely one of my favorite writers. My son Tipper from Slaughterhouse is
Mm,
definitely a beast. That nigga got mad different styles. My man Logic from Bronx Team is a fucking animal.
I like his
He do
stuff.
some, yeah, he do a lot of simple styles, but it hits. Like it hits. This shit is like bah, you know what I mean? Like look at that shit.
I
You know
like
what I
his
mean?
stuff. I like his stuff.
My man Nems is coming up heavy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Woo!
Nems is doing some nice shit lately.
I
I don't know
agree.
the kid. I don't know the kid Reezy personally, but I love his burners. I love his style.
It's
That shit do
different.
not look. It's
Yo,
way different,
yo,
bro. It's
God,
way different.
yo, God, yo. That's crazy that you said you naming people who I wouldn't expect you to name, but I'm gonna say two of the people who I've been paying attention to, peace and wise. Um, Reezy have some real complex stuff. Like,
Yo, his shit is flavor. You hear me? I ain't gonna lie to
yo,
you.
word is bond.
Yo,
And then I'm gonna say this: the Nems, it's two different types of styles, but the Nems things, I like that the way he's been stretching his stuff lately now. Like
mm-hmm.
he stretches it a real crazy way, and he's been playing with a lot of nice colors, dark blacks and purples within his stuff and all that. Like
Yes.
I like what they doing, man. You name two people who I agree 100%.
And I always been well, since I came home, I've really been a big fan of Dubs FC.
We interviewed him. Great.
Yeah,
He's doing a lot of stuff.
he just does dope pieces,
That's a
dope
fact.
characters off the top of his head. Like he's a very well-rounded graffiti writer, and he's just doing a lot of stuff that I like really enjoy. You know what I'm saying? As far as like characters and
And it jumps
and
off
his
the
pieces.
wall. And it jumps off
Right,
the
right.
wall.
His pieces are dope. They're clean. They're crispy. His characters are dope. They're original. I love when people do original characters. You know what I'm saying? That shows like their artistic side. You know what I'm saying? And um, I like some of the stuff from the Force crew. I like what Hoax is doing. I like that kid Rochi.
Facts.
I don't know him. I don't know Rochi, but I like some of his stuff. Um,
I definitely like the hoax stuff. My man June be throwing up a
mhm.
lot of hoax stuff. June four five
Right.
seven be throwing up a lot
Yeah.
of hoax stuff, man. And he definitely got. I like the actual size of his work.
Right. They do big pieces, and I think that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to see big pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Me
Like
too.
I don't really do big pieces myself, but I like to see them. You know what I
That's a
mean? Like
fact.
I don't really. I'm trying to do like bigger pieces sometimes. Like when the opportunity does present itself, and I get a nice big chunk of a wall, I can do a nice size piece. But for the most part, I like seeing other people doing big fucking pieces like that. Like I round the corner and boom, that shit is like right there in your face. Like holy shit,
That's a
they
fact.
really did that shit big like that. You know what I mean? It didn't look that big from across the street, but when you standing right in front of it, is dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let's talk about the crew slaughterhouse crew.
SHK, yeah,
Yes,
SHK.
let's talk. I want to because you mentioned it earlier, just a couple of minutes ago. Talk to me about SHK.
Well, Slaughterhouse. I remember one time we was just me and Mikey and my man Dan and a few of us were just chilling one day and we were like, yo, we've been paying together for a couple of months now, almost a year, whatever, and why don't we start our own shit? Why don't we start our own crew? And believe it or not, um, Per was actually the one that really made me want to do it. Like he was like, "Yo, Blame, you already down with FX? Yeah, FX not going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You're already a member of FX. FX is already established, but you should start your own shit too." You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be afraid to like branch out and do other things. You know what I'm saying? FX is here. You know what I'm saying? I'm, I'm one of the only members of FX besides Per in New York. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yo, why don't you get together with your guys and do something? And it's funny that he said that because I was already with Mikey. Whenever I say Mikey, I say Pens. I mean Pens. Y'all know who Pens is. Pens 429.
Facto.
Like I'm so used to calling that nigga Mikey. That's just my
Facto.
man. You know what I mean? Like that was Chink's rest in peace right hand man when he was in the street, when he was out here and alive. You know what I'm saying? God rest his soul. But
Wow. That's
a
deep.
lot of people don't know that Mikey is a graffiti writer. A lot of people know him as being like Chink's right hand man, but not only is what was he Chink's right hand man and brother like, but he's also a graffiti writer. So it's because of him that I really, really stepped my shit all the way up. Like he's a constant. I always tell him, yo, Pence, you give me high blood pressure, man. Nigga, I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my man. That's my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother, like, all the way. I love the shit out of him. You know what I mean? That's my man. And his son is my nephew. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, he was like, yo, Blame, we're going to be here. We're going to do these colors. Make sure you get these colors. Get the right one. And we're going to be here at this time. Don't get there no later. Like, he's like the nucleus of Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like the president of the crew. Like, me and him made it together. But I always like consider him like the president of the crew. Like I say, yeah, I'm the president of the crew, and Mikey and Pez is the prez too. Like it's two prez, but I don't really see it like that. I see it as Mikey is the prez, and we all rock with what Mikey says. You know what I'm saying? Not because we, you know what I mean. We can't figure it out ourselves. It's just Pence brings that energy to the wall.
He likes
You
to
know what
do
I'm
that.
saying?
He likes to do
Yeah,
that.
he brings and I like when he does that. You know what I'm saying? Like he likes to fire up on under everybody's ass. Like, yo, let's go, let's move, let's do this, we're gonna do that, and it's gonna come out crazy. Yo, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna go over there. Yo, Blame, you got this spot right here. You go with that spot. If you're not good with it, you're gonna have to be good with it. So deal with it. But yo, you got this. But we're like,
You gotta
you know what I'm
respect
saying?
that.
Like,
You gotta respect that, God.
and he's like so straightforward. He's like so straight. Like he's like if Slaughterhouse was an arrow, he's like the tip of the arrow.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like the tip of the arrow. So I love him. I love him in that sense. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of love for him in that sense because he shows a lot of leadership quality. You know what I mean? And how we got the name. I remember my man Dan was like, yo, in Slaughterhouse they got some of the nicest lyricists all bunched up in one rap group. And some of y'all niggas is like, to him, he was like, yo, y'all niggas is some of the nicest I seen in New York. To him, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I'm one of the nicest in New York. I would never say that. But he to him, he was like, yo, y'all some of the nicest niggas that I seen so far coming up and doing different styles and doing new shit. Why don't y'all call y'all Slaughterhouse Crew? And I was like, damn, you know what? The crew kind of differentiates it from the actual rap group. Because the rap group is Slaughterhouse, the graffiti crew would be Slaughterhouse Crew.
Mm. Got you.
Slaughterhouse Crew, SHK. So we thought about it for a few. We had a few different names, but eventually we ended up going with that one because we slaughter shit. We get on the wall and we really, really bring the fucking pain to it. You know what I mean? We make the wall scream. You feel me, Mike?
I like that. I like that. So what you call it? When's the last time you do something on the wall?
Well, we just did a if you go on my page, which is blame the number one underscore FX underscore SHK. I'll say that again. That's blame one underscore FX underscore SHK. That's my Instagram page. If you go on my Instagram page, you see we just did a nice back to back burners with myself, Logic, Reaps, Pens, Mears, and Aid.
Oh wow, it's like a
So
all
yeah,
all
we
star
just
team there.
exactly. It's a ridiculous lineup. The pieces came out fucking fire. But let me go back. When you said my favorite artist in New York, I mentioned Reeps. This guy,
Mm.
let me tell you something about Reeps. This dude is like the quiet killer. This dude is like the quiet killer. I'm talking about like in New York. I don't know anybody who has more styles than this nigga, bro. Like when I tell you, this guy got box letters, bubble letters, semi-wild styles, semi-bubble styles, and wild styles, all-out wild style. Yo, this guy, if you look at his sketchbook, you will be fucking blown away. But he's just so quiet and humble with it. He doesn't get that like recognition that I feel like he deserves. I'm like, yo, Reach, you need to be out there, like out there amongst the elite in this GRAFF shit because he's so good. Like he's so good. Like I feel like I feel like he's way better than me.
I gotta check it.
Way
I
better
gotta
than me.
check it. I gotta check his workout.
Like
His
I really,
workout.
as an artist, and as a person, I look up to him.
How you
Like
spell?
I really,
How you pardon himself? How you spell his joint?
his 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 Instagram name is The Reaps. TheReaps.
All right, I think I seen now. You say that, I think I seen this work. Very detailed. Very detailed work.
Very detailed, monster style burners. Like it's funny because the first time we did the Slaughterhouse versus Bronx team theme, you know, we got like a Slaughterhouse versus Bronx team. Uh, we go round for round with them every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? That's like our Bronx team is like our graffiti counterpart.
I
I
got
don't
you.
know, like if Slaughterhouse had an evil twin, it'd be Bronx team. You know what I'm saying? Like it'd be them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Facts,
Like
facts.
whenever we need to come and form like Voltron, Slaughterhouse, and Bronx team, and take the drama to a wall, we do it well together. You know what I'm saying? And we fuck with each other real hard, like real hard, like we got so much chemistry with Bronx team is crazy, and we fuck with them super duper heavy. So shout out to Jewel and Pace, Logic, Abe, everybody, me three, the whole squad over there, Bronx team. We fuck with them heavy. We love
Yo,
them.
shout out
Brother.
to my man Abe, man. Abe,
Fact,
Abe always comes to our events. We have a lot of dope events that we be throwing, and Abe always pulls up with his girl. Shout out to him for always supporting us. And I'm gonna say this right now: the stuff that he's been doing, very out the box. I love his stuff. I tell him all the
fact.
time, very outside the box stuff.
Abe is one of them artists that he amazes me every time he does a piece because he picks the most unorthodox colors and makes them
Mm-hmm.
work. I'm like, yo, I have no idea how the fuck you do that, but that is amazing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That is amazing.
I like what he's doing right now. I say to him all the time, "Yo, God, you're doing." He's been doing a lot of like stuff without the full production. Straight up, he just doing pieces in crazy places.
Facts. That nigga gets around. That nigga's like the night crawler. You hear me?
You heard? So,
That nigga's like the night crawler. That nigga do track sides. That nigga do tunnels. That nigga,
with
you would see an
pieces,
Abe
with
any fucking way.
pieces, with pieces. That's why I like
Exactly.
it. I like that. I say I like what you bringing to the game right now, man. Them illegal pieces.
Yo, hold on. Before I forget, I want to give a shout out to my man Purr. He just came out the hospital from a stroke. I don't
Oh
know if
man.
niggas know, but me and Purr, we had like some old drama. That shit got mad ugly, but at the end of the day, that's my man. He like the uncle I never had type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he my old head. You feel me?
Yo,
So
shout out to
I'm always
Per.
gonna rock with him. You know what I'm saying? And we passed that shit up. We put that shit behind us. You know what I'm saying? And you know, in the graffiti world in New York, everybody that know Per from back in the days know Per's a pain in the ass. But he mean well. You know what I'm saying? And I give that to him. So shout out to my nigga Per. Get well soon. We want to see you back on the walls and back painting ASAP.
Yeah, shout out to Purr, man. He has a lot of deep history in his graph game. Very,
Facts,
very,
man,
very
and a
deep
lot of
history.
influence too. Like he don't even know how influential he really is, because he's Per is so like Per is, how can I say, Per has had a rough road, you know what I'm saying, in his life. Like his role has been pretty rough, you know what I'm saying? So he don't trust a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? He's somewhat of an introvert, like he really won't fuck with people outside of like his immediate circle, but nevertheless he do got a good heart, and he is like, he really helped me step my shit up as far as like my graph technique, like can control. Like he always showed me that, yo, Blame, when you do that, do it like this, boom. Like, and he's shown me like certain ways to hold the can control, and different color combinations that I really don't believe in. I'll be like, yo, Per, really, we gonna do them colors? I'm just a mad suspect.
Mm.
He be like, yo, my man, you talking to the color king. Relax. You know, and Per is the color king. When it comes down to colors, nobody can fuck with him. I'm sorry. Say whatever you want to say. Argue however you want to argue. Debate however you want to debate. Per is the king of colors. That nigga's an animal with colors, bro.
Yo,
So
uh,
I definitely give it to him for making me think outside the box when it comes to like doing different colors in my pieces and shit.
yo, we were supposed to interview him a couple of years back. I hope everything he gets well, because we still want to interview the guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a bug in his ear. He don't really do interviews. He don't do canvases. He don't do like art worldy type shit. He wants to just go to the wall, drop a burner, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of writers like that. I know.
Hmm.
Let me talk to you about when's the last time you did the Hall of Fame?
The last time was summer 2019, and that was actually the first time that I did it, and it was a wonderful experience.
Yeah,
It was like an experience that I will never forget.
talk to us about that experience, man, because I know one of the things you had the pleasure of doing was painting with K Slay, aka Dez.
Yeah, so once again, Per, it was because of Per that I got that spot, believe it or not. Because somebody else was supposed to paint there, and they ended up, I think it might have been King B was supposed to do a burner in the spot where I was doing a burner, but King B, I guess, got like too caught up with the background of the wall, because we was doing the big wall, the main wall inside the yard. So Per, I don't know what Per did, but Per was like, yo, we putting Blame there. You know what I'm saying?
Chundi.
Like, I have no idea who he spoke to, but he was like, we putting Blame in that spot over there. So I got to thank him for that opportunity, because that was like, ever since like I started graffiti, my dream was to always paint at the Wall of Fame, and I always used to go there like when I was young and just walk around and look at the pieces and be like, damn,
Word.
I can't wait to put one of my shits up here. You know what I mean? And I know when that day comes, niggas gonna remember my name.
Facts. Facts.
Facts. And I just was just so overwhelmed with the love that I received from other graffiti writers, local graffiti writers, and foreigners who came in to witness the Wall of Fame getting done firsthand, and rappers and just local people that just were like, yo, my man, you killing that shit. People that wasn't even graffiti writers, just locals, just the whole feel of Spanish Harlem Spanish Harlem is a place that just makes you feel at home.
That's a
You
fact.
know what I mean?
That's a
Like,
fact.
I don't know about anybody else, but like my oldest son is from Spanish Harlem, born and raised, you know what I mean? Like, so that's like kind of like my second home. But besides that, like, the whole feel of Spanish Harlem, it's just got that feel like you belong there. You know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
vibe.
Especially
It's a
us,
vibe.
right? It's the vibe, like, especially us that like we come from the gutter. I'm a project nigga, you know what I'm
Me
saying?
too.
So, you know what I mean? So it's like I feel right at home. You know what I
That's a
mean? The
fact.
Carver, Wagner, Johnson. You know, I feel right at home at any of
Jeff,
these
all of them.
places.
Yeah.
Feel me? So it's like when I was there, I was just like, I'm here in my city, in the spot where I deserve to be at, and I'm just killing this shit. You know what I mean? And my city came out here to support me. And I seen like when I seen people surrounding us, like me, K Slay, Purr, and Duster. That's like boom,
Woo!
bang, boom, bang. You know what I mean? It's like whoa, like people were really, really not prepared for that. You know what I mean? Like people were really not prepared for that, and it was just an amazing feeling, and I would love to do it again. You know, if given the opportunity, but I gotta let other people shine and rock too. But if I was ever invited back to the Wall of Fame, I definitely would go. I love the energy, the vibe. You know, people were painting wooden boxes in there.
Facts.
I felt like a fucking celebrity, yo. You know what I mean? Like people would come out, yo, sign my book, Blaine, sign my book, Blaine. And I felt like that. I also felt like that when I went to Rooftop Legends. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't painting there, but right when I got there, a lot of people recognized me right away, and I'm like, wow, these people know me.
For the people that
These
may not
people really know me. You know what I mean? Like
for the people that may not know what Rooftop Legends is, what's Rooftop Legends?
Rooftop Legends is another graffiti event where it's like in a rooftop of a school down in Manhattan. That I think is in the Lower East Side, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken, or it could be like in Chinatown somewhere. But um, Rooftop Legends is like in the roof of a school. There's mad walls up there where dudes be painting hot burners. You know what I'm saying? There's a few street artists up there doing their thing too, and it's just a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? There's food up there, music. You know what I'm saying? The who's who from graffiti get walls up there. You know what I mean? You know, you got the Task crew up there with the main wall as soon as you come in. You got Sass, you got K Slade, you got, you know what I mean? The who's who of graffiti, you know what I mean?
Got
So
you.
it's a dope spot, you know what I mean? Especially to bring your kids there. The last time I went, I had my two youngest with me, and Scuff YKK was there doing some really dope stuff with the kids. He would do their name like in bubble letters and have the kids color them, and it was just a dope fucking vibe. Like it was just dope. Like it was just dope. Like New York does dope shit. You
That's
know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
I gotta make it to the Rooftop Legends. I hope they throw it again because I missed it last year and I definitely wanted to go, man.
Yeah, it's an annual event, but this year with the COVID, a lot of shit got canceled. You know what I mean? With the COVID-19, a lot of shit is getting canceled. Like I don't know if there's gonna be another Wall of Fame this year. I don't know if there's gonna be a Rooftop Legends this year, but hopefully there is. Hopefully shit don't get canceled out and we can enjoy that stuff. Even if we gotta wear masks, fuck it.
That's a fact.
Let's do it.
Yo, when switching lanes a little bit. Um, when you do walls with like these high with these dudes with like the people that you just naming before, do you ever feel intimidated when you're about to burn?
Never. Never. I never feel intimidated because I know I'm a fucking animal.
Mm.
I'm a fucking animal. And I know I'm gonna bring my A game. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna bring my A game. And not only that, when somebody from my crew kills it, we all shine. We all shine. So if Reeves do a fire piece, it's like, yo, Slaughterhouse came, them niggas came and them niggas conquered. You heard?
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like them niggas, like now is like we pretty known in New York, but now our name is starting to catch traction. You know what I'm saying? Like we're doing more pieces together, we're doing more walls together. Dudes been fucking with us heavy. I gotta give another shout out to Bronx team and to Ford's crew. Like Hoax been fucking with us hard. I ain't even lie to you, Hoax been fucking with us hard. Um, Bronx team, Jew and them been fucking with us hard. You know what I'm saying? And they've been giving us opportunities like a motherfucker. Like, yo, we got space on the wall. Bring your niggas. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Hoax. Hoax is like, yo, we got space on the wall. Come through. You know what I'm saying? And we've been able to flex like that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to V and Tipper out in Jersey. Shout out to my man Echoes out in the West Coast, bodying shit over there. My man Pesk in New Mexico right now. He's a silent beast. Zeros in Florida. Then we got our German. I don't know if I told you this, but we got a German faction of Slaughterhouse in Germany. That's Xerxes, Abbott, and Polka, and then we got Meds out in England.
So let's shout out Germany, because that's one of our places that we are viewed high at. Germany, Canada is one of our higher viewed. The Vandal I was viewed great percentage.
Fact, shout out to Canada. There's some dope ass artists in Canada. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely want to get up with them.
Yeah, so we want to shout those people. Shout out those places. What's called? We're drawing to a close of the interview, but I wanted to, you mentioned it real quick. You mentioned the COVID thing.
Right.
Real quick, how do you feel about where we at now with this COVID-19 thing?
I know I know it ain't COVID-19 don't really got to do much with GRAFF, but I just want to say this. Like, you see on social media, you know what I'm saying, like police, because of this COVID-19 thing and this pandemic, there's not a lot of police activity. Like, I noticed like police activity kind of been down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some say they're on strike. Some say the police are on strike, between me and you.
Right. So there hasn't been really too much police activity. So I want to encourage all New York graffiti writers that do illegal graffiti. Illegal. I'm not talking about legal. I'm talking about illegal graffiti. I want to encourage y'all to continue to wreck shit, kill shit. This is the time. Nobody wants to come outside. Nobody wants to fucking get COVID. The police don't even want to touch a motherfucker, let alone chase a motherfucker. I want to encourage all my GRAFF writers that kill shit to keep killing shit. Because if it's not for y'all, we won't be able to spray walls. Facts.
That's a fact. That's a
fact. I want all my niggas that bomb, fuck burners, that bomb, that kill shit, box trucks, fucking trains, walls, tunnels, fucking buses, whatever. Kill them, kill them, kill them, kill them. Tag on everything.
That's a
fuck
fact.
New York up.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck New York up. I love illegal graffiti, B. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I love that shit. It's just that now that I'm older, you know what I'm saying? I'm 36. I got 3 kids. I can't put myself out there. I got a good job, you know what I'm saying? I can't put myself out there. I got too much to lose. But for you night crawlers, for you nighttime marauders that's out there killing shit, yo, I want to encourage y'all to keep doing it because I love that shit. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be able to do these legal pieces out there. Straight fucking jacking, you heard?
That's a fact, man. I want to say thank you, God, for coming on the Vandal Hour. You know, we were supposed to do this interview a year or 2 ago. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that we got to return. We got an interview that I'm very proud about.
Likewise, brother.
Yo, you know, also I want to say this. As a person who's in the Nation of Gods and Earths, and you being a Latin King, I appreciate you for what you have contributed to this New York thing, man. People always look at the negative, but I look at the positive. And a lot of these people was on the front line, and when police brutality was happening before social media, these are some of the groups that was fighting The front lines, man.
That's a fact. That's a
You
fact. We
know what I
definitely
mean?
was.
So I
We
want to
definitely
say
was
that.
out there with the banners and all that shit
That's
since
a
the
fact.
90s.
That's a fact. So I want to say I appreciate you, man, for building with me and telling
No
your
question.
story. And
Likewise.
we're gonna have a lot of things going on. I want you to be involved, more involved in. So let's connect, man.
Definitely, my brother. And once again, thank you for having me. And before I go, I just want to give a shout out to the fucking Worldwide FX crew. You already know we stay in the front line of graffiti, characters, murals, letters. We got it all locked down. And I want to give a shout out to the Slaughterhouse crew. You already know we up and coming. We out here. We're going to keep giving y'all fire pieces, fire burners, Force crew, Bronx team, our other half. Bronx team is like our other half. I always say that. Like, Bronx team is like the other half of Slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Facts.
fuck with them heavy. Shout out to Jew and Pace. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the big homie Per. Shout out to all everybody doing their thing and stepping it up and innovating and doing new shit. Shout out to y'all that constantly come to the wall with new burners, new ideas, new sketches. I fuck with y'all. Whoever's still doing the same shit, don't even look at me when you see me in places. I ain't even gonna say what up to y'all niggas. I don't give a fuck who y'all.
Yo, thank you again. Yo, peace to the Vandal, our guards. Shout out to my business partners, 718 Sosa. Shout out to the my other partner, Raw. Shout out to Jenna Hirsch, and shout out to my man Roach. We are out of here. S.STREET Media. Make sure you check this out. It's going to be uploaded to Anchor.fm, Spotify, and YouTube within the next 2 hours. Check it out. Peace. Peace to the guard. You have a good one.
You too, my brother. Thank you.
Peace. Send me 3 pictures. Send me 3 pictures of your joints too.
I'm gonna send them right now.
Peace.